Okay, so we have our... okay. Hi everybody, it's Robert Jones here, back on day 16,347 of my life. And today I'm with my sister Morgan. She just flew in from England yesterday. And we are making Jello shots for
our other sister's 40th birthday. Fiesta party.
Show me your dress.
I'm Little House on the Prairie
She has a good apron on today. So we're going to start today. We're going to make Jello shots. We're going to attempt to make two flavors. So this first video, we're going to make Margarita flavored Jello shots. It's going to be 2 layers, 1 lemon and 1 lime. And then we're going to attempt to garnish it with tiny little limes and with salted rim and the whole thing. So we'll see how it's going to go. It's a little challenge for us today. So
beautiful.
Do you want to be in front of the camera or behind the camera?
Behind the camera.
Okay,
Hi,
so Morgan's going to be behind the camera today, but she's here, so you know who I'm talking to. For this recipe, we're going to need some kosher salt, some tiny cups, some tequila, we're using white tequila from Costco, some margarita mix, some plain flavored gelatin, some lemon jello, some lime jello, tiny limes, maraschino cherries, maybe for garnish, some limoncello or triple sec, a bowl, a pitcher, a measuring cup, a tiny little funnel, a couple of measuring things, a spatula, and a big tray to hold all the tiny cups. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 packages. We're going to use sugar-free Jell-O just to try to make these a little less sugar today, because between the alcohol and the mix and the lemon Jell-O has sugar and these don't. So we're just going to try to lighten it up a little bit. So we're going to be using 2 small lime Jell-O flavor. You can use a knockout brand, whatever. These are just what the grocery store had. And then 2 packets of regular gelatin. The methods are going to put this all in a bowl. Then I'll stop this. We'll make some hot water, and then we'll come back and we'll mix it up. And then we're going to put the alcohol and everything in it, and then put it in the little cups. It'll chill for a while, and then once that gets set, we'll do the next layer. And then for the final garnish of that, we'll see if we can do one today, but we might have to do that in another filming session when we actually serve them. But eventually you'll get to see what they look like. It'll be good. So, okay, so first thing we're going to do, we want to put all this in a bowl. So I've got 2 packets of just plain gelatin, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of water on it just to bloom it. Blooming gelatin means you just let the water sit in there, and it absorbs, and then it dissolves better. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put a tiny bit of tequila instead, because I think that'll work.
Why not?
I don't have any water. Huh. Okay, so just a tiny bit of tequila. Use water if you'd like, but whatever. So that'll be that.
There's a spatula.
There it is. We'll just let this sit for a couple minutes. Oh, it's working just fine. And then we're going to put the Jell-O, the sugar-free gelatin mix in here. We'll just put this to the side. And another one. Oh, we have new IKEA spatula. Love it.
Spiffy deluxe.
Oh, and a new measuring cup. So I'm kind of excited. I've never owned a liquid measuring cup. Measuring cups I always had were theoretically for dry ingredients, but obviously in 45 years it's not really mattered. So, okay, so that's in, and we'll be right back with the next step. We have our hot water here, and we're just going to pour this right into the gelatin and mix it up.
Now, a trick that I've learned over the years is when you stir gelatin, try to stir it gently, because what you don't want is you don't want any bubbles eventually. So just trying to mix it in and melt the gelatin, and there's a lot of gelatin in here.
Morgan is concerned that it's going to be too stiff.
But, oh yeah, the whisk. No, okay.
You're just wandering around.
I'm just wondering.
Okay, so this is mixing okay. So the boiling water melts the gelatin, makes a matrix. Smells good. It smells really good. It's very greeny, jelly. Okay.
So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mix in here, because I want to try to temper this down, meaning that I want to cool it down with the mix, not the alcohol, because if you put the alcohol in and it's hot, it will evaporate, and we don't want the alcohol to evaporate. That's the whole point of Jello shots.
I think we're almost there. You know, the sugar-free stuff is kind of weird. Why? More aggressive. I don't know, it doesn't dissolve like sugar does, you know? Sugar dissolves really easily. So just keep stirring this until it becomes clear. I think we're almost there. Oh, it's supposed to sing.
By the way, if you've seen the other videos, Morgan's the one that came up with a singing technique for that.
Okay, I think we're pretty good. You see that? It's pretty good. Okay, so
We're going to put 2 cups of just margarita mix. We just got the Jose Cuervo because it was there and it was on sale. If you don't want to use margarita mix, you can totally make your own lemonade, whatever you normally use for, oh, that's just a worthless thing, for making margaritas. Here, now we can really pour. So we're putting 2 cups of this, so that was 1 cup of water, 2 cups of this, whoops, or a little bit more.
A little bit more.
And just to cool it down. I'm just going to mix it slowly, just at the beginning. And then I can pour it all in. It looks green and limey.
It smells even stronger.
1 cup of tequila. And again, we're just using a silver tequila. You could use whatever the heck you have. This is what I have on hand. If you haven't seen the other video, we're making margaritas. Apparently I make lots of margaritas. So
like
1 cup
big
of
boy
this.
drinks.
Cups of this. We're just going to put about 2 tablespoons of limoncello, or you can use triple sec, whatever you like, just to give it a little sweetness and a little bit of body of lemon. That's it. So that's the whole mix. So now, through the magic of TV, oh, I can do this too.
Yeah.
We made a pitcher to put this in. Just to make it easier. And through the magic of TV, we have a whole tray prepared. I have no idea how many this is going to fill up. So we've got, I don't know, like 100 cups on here. So we're going to start with this. I'm going to try to do this in my own special way because I've never done it before. I've got a tiny little funnel and I've got a 2 tablespoon measuring thing. This is usually for coffee or whatever. These are 2-ounce cups and we did a little test before. So if you use 1 measure, which is 2 tablespoons, it's about 1 ounce, and so it'll be about half of this. And so we're just going to go from there. And I'm going to try to make it without making a mess. So here's my goal, is to just put it like this. Okay.
That means next time.
Phew! Okay, so
Perfect.
give me that. So I think we should do this first. Should we have a little taste?
The gelatin like
just
this.
taste.
Does it do anything weird?
I don't know. What the heck? Just give it. Don't swig it. Just give it a little taste.
It's limey.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
That's PFG. Finish it. Woo! Okay, we're gonna put these in the fridge, and we'll be back for the second section when we put the next layer on. Bye! Hi everybody, we're back for part 2. I wanted to show you what we've made yesterday. We have all of the half shots of Jell-O here that we did yesterday. I think you can see those. But we need to make the other half that's going to go on top of that.
So the first thing again we're going to do is we're going to put the gelatin in the bowl. And since it worked so well yesterday, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of tequila on there to bloom it. We still want the same process. Shake that flat a little bit. Put a little of the tequila. You can use water, it's fine. Hair of the dog. Put that in there. And I think we're really happy with the way the green looks. And with the taste test yesterday, it tasted pretty good. So that's a good thing. Okay, and then we've got our box of lemon. Now this might take a little bit longer to dissolve. I'm not sure because it is sugar and it's quite a bit. So 1 giant pack of the lemon gelatin and then 1 cup of hot water that was boiling. Put that in there. Now I'm going to let that sit for just a second. Let it dissolve in hot water. And while that's doing that, I can be measuring some of this. So we're going to have 2 cups again of the margarita mix. And a couple shots of the limoncello, so it has the same flavor. And let's see how this is doing. This is mixing up. Oh, this is easier than the sugar-free. Might just take a second for the sugar, but it's actually pretty good. So you might notice I'm in different clothes. We got tired last night doing lots of different stuff for the party at my sister's house. And Morgan's there, so I'm all alone today, although people are supposed to be arriving here soon. So, okay. Now, the thing you can tell with the Jell-O is it's going to be mixed when it turns clear. And it's almost there. I'm chasing a gelatin glob around. think we're about there. I don't feel any sugar granules anymore. And that's pretty good. Okay, so put our margarita mix. Give it a little stir. And then we're going to measure our tequila again. I am loving this new measuring cup. Except I can't see where it's supposed to be looking. There we go.
Oh, well that's about perfect. Tequila is done. We'll mix that in. And then we're just going to go through the same process. So I don't think you want to watch me pour all this in there. So I'll pause here and I'll fill all the little cups and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. So it's the same process. Just fill the cups, we'll put it in the refrigerator, and then when I come back again, we're going to do a garnish, and I have something special lined up for that, so hang in there. So as you can see, we've made a ton of these Jello shots. I don't quite know how many there are here. I think it's about 60, but I'll give you a final count and the instructions down below. And just to show you what they look like from the side, it's kind of interesting. So we had the green layer and the yellow layer, but then as we put the hot yellow layer in there, a little bit of the green leached out, and I think it was lighter because of the sugar freeness. And so there's a tiny little layer of green on top, which actually makes it look pretty cool. So let me move the camera around here and I will show you how to garnish these. So what we have here is our tiny little limes, our little key limes, and I've sliced up a few. Let me just get these out of the way here. I've sliced up a few until rounds, and then I took out the seeds and I divided them into tiny little wedges. I hope you can see this. Let me see if I can put it up to the camera. Tiny little wedges. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our bowl, and I forgot to say this on the ingredients, but I also have some colored sugar here. This is totally optional and you don't have to do this, but I thought it would give it a good look. So if I can get the, oh, it's got tape on it. Get this open. I'm just going to do a ratio of 1 part sugar to 1 part salt, because traditionally margarita has salt on the outside, right? But it looks kind of boring. So I was going to take 1 scoop of sugar and 1 scoop of salt. The salt is just white, and I thought it might be a lot of salt for a tiny little cup, and a little sweetness might not be bad. So I just got the salt and the sugar in here. I'm going to mix it up. Make it nice and even. Okay, so we've got our sugar and salt. Then I'm going to take the tiny glass, and I'm going to use the little end of the lime, and just like you would normally do, go around the lime here on the glass. Might as well do 2 of them at the same time. Around there, rim that. Then put it in the sugar salt. How fancy does that look? And 1 more. Ton of glasses. Now, the piece de resistance. Tiny little lime wedge. How cute are those? There you go. Margarita shots. It was fun to make these little Jello shots. My name is Robert Jones. I can be found on all services like Twitter and Facebook and online everywhere as Eudaemonius. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and see more fun videos like this, and hit the thumbs up for me. It always helps. Thanks you guys. Bye. How cute are those? Très adorable. Happy Jello shotting. Pause.
Where do you pause it?
Red button.
Oh. Oh, I've just moved it.
Is it going?
I think so. Let me double check.
It's record. It's the red light's on.
Okay.
You're gonna crack up when you see this back. What do I
The
press
red button.
to stop? Stay tuned.
You can pause it.
You know what we needed to do. Cut. And we're back.
Through the magic of TV, we have a whole tray of cups. Oh, I'm stirring too fast. It is the end of this video, so we'll see you in a bit.